It looks like millennials are pretty optimistic about their retirement plans. A recent bankrate.com survey asked Americans ages 18 to 37 what the perfect time to retire would be. Their answer, 61 years old. And with all the reports that said we aren't saving enough, our money man, Dan Ricardo, explains, can that dream really become a reality?
Hashtag delusional. Here's the deal. They may want to retire at 61,
okay.
Right? Let's define millennial. Age 18 to 37
Ugh.
is generally thought of as millennials, right?
That's me. All
right.
right.
So they may want to retire at 61, but guess what? 2/3 of them don't have a penny saved.
Nothing?
Nothing. And the third that do have a few bucks, it's only about 19 grand. So look, unless your retirement plan consists of eating cat food, living in your kid's basement, it ain't happening, millennials. We got to change direction.
Okay,
all
so
right?
give us some tips, Dan.
Now some good news.
Okay.
So there is some good news, right? First, there was a group a long time ago, about 5 million years ago, called the Rolling Stones.
Yes, I do know them.
They had a song called Time Is On Your Side, and that is so relevant for the millennials because if you're 30 years old, let's take an example. Let's say you're 30.
Okay.
You're earning 40 grand a year.
Yes.
And you save 15% of your salary in your 401k plan, which is very doable.
Okay.
Okay. And you get a 3% salary increase each year.
Okay.
By the time you're 65, which is pretty reasonable, you'll have over $1 million in your 401k plan. Yes, because time is on your side.
If you start at 30?
If you start at 30. And that's about a 6% average return, which, again, is quite reasonable.
That
all right?
sounds doable.
So the second thing you want to do is you really want to match your expectations to reality.
That's a very important point.
You gotta be in Realsville, right? So age 61 retiring sounds good, probably not going to happen. More likely age 72 is realistic for millennials.
Jeez.
Yeah, you and I are going to be working for a long time.
Goodness.
And listen, here's the last goal. The thing is, you want to, this can get all complicated, you know, with numbers and everything, but keep it simple. Your goal should be to replace about 70% of your income when you retire. So let's say you go out, but right before you retire, you're making 100 grand a year.
Yes.
When you retire, you want to have about 70 grand a year in income. That's a good rule of thumb, whether it be from Social Security or, more likely, your own savings.
Oh, okay, so 70%.
That's about a good rule of thumb.
Okay,
right?
I like that.
So it is possible, millennials, but you got to get started now because time really is on your side if you start early.
You're saying that we don't have a lot of money, we millennials don't have a lot of money saved. How many of us have about $1,000 in case of emergency?
Not enough. Check this out. According to a recent study, only about 39% of consumers say that if they had a $1,000 emergency, new transmission, 4 new tires, those sorts of things,
they couldn't afford it?
Yeah. That's not good, right? So we got to, and then what happens, Lauren, as you know, is, because we've had friends that have done this over the years, you and I, they turn to other sources, payday loans, car title loans, things like that. Not good.
Not a good
Up to
idea.
350% a year in interest for those other, or they skip things like their insurance payments, they lose their car insurance. That's all kinds of bad.
Okay.
Right? That's really all kinds of bad. So instead, maybe have an overdraft on your checking account. So everyone out there this morning, make sure your checking account has an overdraft for $500, $1,000, so that if you do get jammed up, you're not going to one of these other sources.
All right.
Credit unions, those sorts of things.
Dan, we got to get better. We will. I promise you.
We're going to get there.
We'll get there.